Hey folks, Ben the Looney here. Welcome to Real Talk, where I talk about stuff that matters. Drama. Why do we have it? Why are people so obsessed with it? In my life, I've seen my fair share of drama, most of it coming from my internet life. Truth be told, I've been on the receiving end of most of it. I've been accused of rape, being a child molester, being a pedophile, and most recently, a racist. Now, people who know me and myself know that all these accusations are just that, accusations. I'm none of those above things. So I draw some naked women. So I made a video about stereotypes in cartoons. Does that make me a bad guy? It just amazes me the lengths some people go to try to stir the pot and create conflict over little things. And, to no one's surprise, I'm not the only one who's had such accusations thrown at me. So, where does all this drama come from? It's no secret that us humans love entertainment. Whether it's stories, movies, TV shows, or sports, we love to get wrapped up in good old-fashioned art and physical competitions for our viewing pleasure. And what's the glue that holds all good stories and sports together? Conflict. A good story has conflict in some way or another. It could be about a character trying to overcome a personal challenge, or a classic story of good versus evil. Conflict is what keeps us coming back to stories we love. We love seeing characters overcome challenges, being tested by their own limits to rise up and conquer any and all obstacles that stand in his or her way. Sports are the same way. All sports games are contested by two teams or two individuals. Each side has their own fans, rooting for their team until the bitter end. Only one side comes out the winner. We as fans get wrapped up in cheering for our team if they win, or collectively sighing if they don't. And nothing heightens the intensity of a sport more than a good old-fashioned rivalry. Cowboys versus Redskins, Cubs versus Cardinals, Capitals versus Penguins, Bulls versus Heat. When any of these teams face each other, the memories of their historic bouts stay fresh in people's minds. And a victory for either team becomes more than just another win. It comes down to bragging rights. Drama is found everywhere in our entertainment, but we aren't immune from it in our personal lives either. Maybe a relationship gets rocky, a financial situation bleeds our bank accounts dry, or a life or death situation arises. Drama finds ways to give our lives feeling other than smooth sailing. It's drama like this that's good. We need drama and stories to keep them from getting stale and inspire us viewers to keep tuning in to see closure. And while drama in our lives is unavoidable, it teaches us to stay on our toes and changes us as human beings, whether it's for better or sometimes for worse. So a little drama is healthy now and again. But what happens when people create drama for the sake of it? We all know that one person in real life who obsesses with blowing everything out of proportion and just loves watching conflict unfold. Whether it was your friend in school who would talk behind your back, or someone who tries to put a wedge between you and a boyfriend or girlfriend, some people just love stirring the pot and making life harder for some of us. It could just be trolls desperate for attention, or somebody who legitimately felt offended by what somebody said. Drama is everywhere on the internet. Every now and then, you see a new feud popping up online between two or more YouTubers. One day it's Grade A Under A versus Keemstar, or Onision versus whoever the hell he's feuding with this week. It seems that on a website where creators have the opportunity to create their own content and be free from the pressure of big entertainment companies, some people just love picking fights and calling out their peers. Whether these people deserve to be called out or not depends on the situation. But from what I've noticed, a lot of times it's unwarranted. I'm sure we all remember last year where articles were written about James Rolfe and his thoughts on the Ghostbusters remake. People were quick to call James sexist and misogynistic. When watching his video and paying attention to what he said would show that he just didn't want to support a cheap remake that was trying to make money off of a gimmick. He said nothing demeaning or offensive in any way about women. But because he's the angry video game nerd with 2 million YouTube subscribers in his name, one of the earliest pioneers of being able to create a franchise using the internet, people were quick to point fingers at him. And most recently, PewDiePie, the highest subscribed YouTuber, has been accused of being racist and anti-Semitic after making a video showing some guys who he paid to hold up a sign that said, "Death to Jews." In context, he was just trying to prove that people will do anything if they're paid enough money. But no, he made two guys hold up a sign that said "Death to Jews," so that makes him a racist. It's the witch hunt mentality that causes people's careers to be completely ruined. Thankfully, James and Pewds weren't affected by these situations. But not everyone is immune to such backlash. How many people that were just starting out got their channels flooded by haters simply because Leafy made a commentary on them, destroying any credibility they had the chance to make for themselves? How many people have been blacklisted by the public due to one false rape accusation? It seems nobody is safe from anything nowadays. It makes you wonder, how is all this drama created? One thing I learned from a sociology class I took in college is that the media sticks with one mentality: if it bleeds, it leads. Turn on the local news after you finish this video. What do you usually see? Maybe an update on what President Trump is doing? Maybe a certain celebrity is in trouble again? Or maybe a crime has happened in your neighborhood that might have some racial influence to it. All these types of stories are common in the news. Why? Because drama equals ratings. The news uses our love of conflict and stories to sucker us into watching to see how news events play out. Let me give you folks an example. Now, I'm aware some of my subs are young, so don't feel bad if you don't know about this, but it's a good example of what I mean. July 17, 1994, the World Cup soccer tournament opened, the Knicks and Rockets played in the NBA Finals, golf legend Arnold Palmer played his last round in the US Open, and the New York Rangers won their 4th Stanley Cup. However, on this day, none of these events were covered on any mainstream news channel. Why? Because that's the day of the O.J. Simpson police chase. The O.J. Simpson murder story is one of the most famous instances of drama of a real-life situation being showcased for all the world to see. People all over were tuning in to see how the event played out. The news had its sheer-fire ratings on their hands and never missed out to cover any updates on the mystery. Why wouldn't they? The story had the makings of conflict from all sides. The story bled, and people were led to it. And any other event going on at the time, whether good or bad, took a backseat to this real-life murder mystery. I believe the OJ trial and the rise of reality TV have helped play a part in making people more obsessed with real-life situations. Doesn't matter if it's a news outlet desperate for stories, or an individual just looking for a pot to stir, they jump on any opportunity they can to get attention from anybody who's willing to listen. You're more likely to see people jumping on somebody famous with little to no evidence, rather than pointing out the wrongdoings of an individual who nobody knows, with all the evidence pointing towards them. Just think about it, folks. What are you more likely to read? YouTuber PewDiePie is a racist? Or Citizen Ralphus Smiley says Trump is a hero? Yes, I made that latter statement up myself, but I'm proving a point that if it's an individual somebody knows, people are more likely to read about it because they're curious to see what's going on. Drama is everywhere now, and it's more popular than ever thanks to the internet. It might come from trolls who are starved for attention, or someone just wanting to jump on the recent hate bandwagon. It's sad when people are quick to accuse somebody of something with little to no evidence, and it's even sadder when people who follow those people are quick to believe what they see without even taking the time to do their own research and find out if it's true or not. Drama isn't going away anytime soon. It's become burned into our society so much that it can't be healed. Some people are always going to find ways to try to start conflict, and the news is always going to keep telling you only what they want you to hear. All we can do as people is, if we sense foul play afoot, try to get all the facts straight before we start throwing out accusations. Also, if you're a YouTuber who's gaining some ground, don't let any negative comments get to you. The first rule of being popular is acknowledging that not everybody is going to like you. This is something that took me a while to learn. The occasional commenter might say the one thing that gets to you personally, and it's healthy for you to feel hurt by what some people say. But it's best to just move on and not give the commenter the satisfaction of knowing they got to you. So your videos might have some low production values. So you might make a few mistakes here and there. And so you're probably struggling to get an audience developing. Don't sweat it. If you keep trying to get better, you'll improve naturally. If you're a nice individual who is passionate about your work and doesn't say anything bad about anybody without good reason, then you've got nothing to worry about. Some trolls might pick you as a target and attack you and make you look like a fool to a whole group of people. But you know what? Screw them. They don't know you as a person. Trolls are only that way because they are separated from you via a computer screen. Or they just love rustling some jimmies and trying to get a rise out of people. You just keep being you, and you'll be destined to do great things. At the end of the day, save your drama for your llama. That'll do it for this video. You folks have any bad experience with drama, whether online or in real life? If it's too personal, don't worry if you're too shy to share it. But let me know in the comments below if you're having trouble with any individuals being jackasses to you. My door is wide open and I'll be happy to talk to you if you guys need it. Until next video, take it easy fam.